It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Garrett Wilson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Jets and the Browns on Thursday night.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Quickly to the air is Wilson.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's the freshest guys coming off the last game and playing a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 12 carries, 55 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
3rd and 4.
Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Taken in at the 11.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game.
19 carries, 61 yards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
You look at this Browns defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Now Flacco.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Flacco.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To pass, Flacco. His throw incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go pass again with Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Quentin Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st down, Flacco. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here's Flacco.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to get in there, and they can get that done in this game.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
How about the short put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
Oh, nice move. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Flacco looks to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They got another first down. Flacco.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Wilson will throw again. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Here's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
Runs through the contact. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now it's Flacco.
And he is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Cleveland again with Chubb. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Passing play, Flacco. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Flacco. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively. And now off to the races. Down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play, but no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge scheme going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Flacco. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's Flacco. Right back to Njoku. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw again is Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right.
Throw right side, Wilson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Second down, Flacco now.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To pass, Flacco. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. C.J. Mosley with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And taken right at the 35. Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A punt return of 65 yards.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, we know one bench is jumping up and down in excitement right now after that punt return for a touchdown. Whether they go for a PAT or go for 2, probably depends on the team's philosophy, doesn't it?
Either way, made it a one-score game. Still a little work to do, though, here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They go pass again with Flacco. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Quentin Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Flacco. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. There's Wilson to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away there.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Flacco set to lead this offense. Down by 1. A minute 24 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Flacco.
Into the hands of Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now Flacco.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. You know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys, he's playing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Flacco throwing quickly out wide.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone,
They made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joe Bitonio.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run here. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew